Hi and welcome to Fresh from my garden. Today's video is a garden tour of my parents' garden in our hometown Kerala. This land is slightly over half an acre and this is the garden that they have been developing over the last couple of years after their retirement. In this garden you can see a variety of ornamental plants, flowering plants and lots of fruit-bearing trees and spice trees. In today's video, we'll be sharing only the front yard of their garden. Since there is a lot of space to cover, we didn't want to make an extremely long video and we will be doing this garden tour in two parts. They have a lot of locally sourced trees and plants that grow well in this humid and hot weather, and also some exotic fruits that have been sourced from other places. The front yard also contains a lily pond in which they are growing a few varieties of water lilies. This pond with lilies also contains a variety of fish that are growing in this big pond. There is a tiled walkway around this lily pond so that we can walk around during the evenings and enjoy the view. There is a lot of tilapia fish that is growing in this pond. They also have some ornamental fish and guppy fish. Kids enjoy feeding these fish and it's such a delight to see them crowding towards the corner of the pond at feeding time. There are also a lot of shade trees and ornamental plants in the front yard. There is a border of gardenia plants and green hedges along the walkway in the garden. A border is created around most of the trees to add some more decorative plants and a nice touch of greenery around these trees. There is a hedge of gardenia flowers that connects the path between the walkway and the front yard. This is a variety of coconut that is used mainly for its coconut water. The water is really sweet and fresh. The front entrance is decorated with pots that have a lot of ferns, philodendron, caladium, bonsai, adenium, and other plants. Most of these plants, like Aglonema, Dieffenbachia, and other plants, tolerate low light or semi shade conditions. This is the path leading to the backyard, and it is covered with lot of flowering plants like varieties of hibiscus, musanda, palms, and other plants. This is another coconut tree in the front yard, grown mainly for its sweet tasting water. Walking back to the front gate, we see a lot of philodendrons and also variety of tropical flowering plants along with papayas and a couple of mango trees. This pathway is completely adorned with gardenia flowers on both sides and a lot of orchid plants in hanging pots. This is a mango tree with climber pepper plants growing on them. Almost all the fruit trees in our yard have pepper plants growing on them. These plants are around 2 years old and a lot of peppers are growing on these plants. This is the path as we enter from the small gate into the front garden. As we walk along this path, we see beautiful yellowish green shrub plants planted along the borders, along with some parakeet flowers that are growing in bunches. This is a fig tree that is growing. in the front yard, and there are a lot of fruits that they are getting from this tree. This is the other side of the house. This pathway also leads to the backyard and is filled with hibiscus plants, papaya tree, moringa tree, curry leaf plants. Also, there are a lot of bamboos and a huge money plant that you can see in the background with a rose apple tree that is growing towards the end of this pathway. Beyond that small wall that you see towards the end of the pathway is our backyard, because it's at a slightly lower level than our front yard. In my next video, I'll share a view of our backyard. Hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching Fresh from my garden.